Atreus, this way.
Best of luck.
It seems like neither Valyr's locked down because of us.
Outsiders are not welcome here.
I imagine that large statue of Odin has something to do with it.
Well, everyone's hiding on this side too.
Odin's occupation of this realm has its hooks in deep.
But there aren't any guards patrolling. We're clearly not a threat. Why hide?
Resist and you're made an example of, to keep the rest in line. Self-preservation can outweigh bravery for even the strongest of folk.
Fear keeps them safe and alive.
Tavern's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe we can try knocking on some doors for directions. Yo! Just keep moving. Excuse me, but we're looking for...
Nothing for you here. I don't care what you want. No food, no encouraging words, no nothing. Leave!
A firebomb from the chief anti-Odin propagandist in Durlin's rebellion. Quite a sharp wit he had, and he turned to less subtle means.
Behind you! Incoming! Oh, wow. Sindri wasn't kidding about the structural sensitivity. Sorry to bother you.
This way.
This looks promising, right? That's like a house. If he's here, maybe you should let me do the talking.
You.
Well, we don't want to intimidate him. You're tall as a tree and you have a severed head on your head.
None taken. Fair point, though.
Think that's him? Hello?
Watch yourselves. Apparently, there are intruders about.
Oh, that's us, I think.
Well, if you're planning on killing me, at least let me finish this song. That alarm was in just the perfect key.
We're just looking for a friend of ours, named Durlin.
Well, we both know that's not true. Durlin's got no friends left. But if that's all you need, head out the back way there, and you'll see the safety office just across the river. Just don't go making trouble for the rest of us. And while you travel through this realm, maybe you could clean up the head's mess?
What mess?
Later, brother.
Sorry, one more thing. Although, these are gifts I'm giving to you, so I shouldn't be sorry and you should be thankful. Anyways, here, please be careful.
It's beautiful. Thanks, Sindri.
It is beautiful, isn't it? It's also very useful. You'll be able to find anything your heart desires with it.
Really?
As long as your heart desires the locations your father and you decide and plot to travel together, then yes.
It is a compass.
Ah, but a beautiful compass. Now scamper off.
Come. A boat cannot be far.
Huh. Really, or Sindri made it sound like Durlin was some sort of rebellion leader. Doesn't sound like anyone's following him.
Was being the key word here, little brother.
I saw a dock back there. Maybe there's a boat we can use to get to Durlin's. There's a building just past these rocks behind me. Maybe we should head that way.
Mimir, why do the dwarves hate you?
Oh, in the bay just beyond this tunnel. I helped build some mining rigs.
What about them?
They're a mistake of mine, from quite a long time ago. If you've got the time, I'd have us turn them off. I'd particularly appreciate us checking out the mining rigs in the lake to the right. You can see the smokestacks from here.
But if you don't want to explore now, it looks like Durlin's place is through that open gate to the left. So, which way do we go? We could prepare more before rescuing Tyr. Up to you. Mimir, were you really the one who had those rigs built?
Odin wanted the dwarves under his control, and, well, I convinced him he could buy their allegiance instead of demanding it outright. A trade agreement of sorts.
One of the mining rigs is here?
See the smoke above us? That's where we're headed. Let's see if we can't shut it down.
If the dwarves didn't like working for Asgard, couldn't they just quit?
Do what? Their newly built forges poisoned the soil of Svartalfheim. Unable to grow their own food, they had to buy it from Asgard. If they stopped working, they'd be taking food out of their own mouths.
Oh, that's clever. And awful. Whoa, an Yggdrasil seed to Muspelheim. Think it might lead to that combat arena we visited years ago?
What makes you say that?
Wishful thinking, I guess. Going through Surtur's gauntlet, it was fun.
It was training.
You didn't have fun? Well, anyway, we should look for the other half of the seed. Once it's whole again, we can see where it leads.
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Great. Now we can make it across.
It's a bird trap, spawning a little wretches like there's no tomorrow.
For her, it will be so!
Left side!
Behind you! Look out! Left flank! Behind you! The rig's likely chock-a-block with materials that could help us. I'd grab whatever it spits up in the process.
If the dwarves agreed to the deal with Asgard, why do they blame you?
I talked them into their own exploitation.
They made their choice.
Work or die is not a choice. I only made it seem so. What you just picked up there is pure Svartalfheim ore. It won't be of use in the rig anymore, but perhaps our Huldra brothers could craft something from it.
Father, is it always moral to kill something that's trying to kill you?
Yes.
Well, there you have it, lad.
How did these rigs come to be?
I had them built to harvest ore for armaments. Essentially harnessing resources that would otherwise go to the dwarves.
You think shutting these things down will help the dwarves become independent?
I don't know, but I have to try something.
Hey, it's another one of those geysers, but huge. Maybe we could check it out later.
We can see it fine from here.
Taking a break before visiting Durlin? Very wise. He can be a lot.
No, it's still here.
What?
The island near the geyser. We need to get the key from it and unlock this door. I need to set right a very old wrong.
Another Draugr to the left! Jump up!
Behind you!
Behind the door.
A prisoner. Of sorts.
You collected Kvasir's stories? Give them here. Huge fan.
Oh, wow. This seems useful.
By the way, if you're headed to the mining rigs in the bay, could you bring me any slag you find? I could use the material for my crafting. Whatever you need. Nothing appeals to you?
There's another mining rig on this island, brother. Smell that smoke?
Why would the dwarves agree to work for the Aesir in the first place?
That's the heart of it, eh?
You lied to them.
I lied to them.
Wow. There's a lot to explore here. Kinda nice to be out of Midgard for a bit, huh?
Left flank! Last one!
Ski off! You okay, Mimir?
To the blacksmiths of Svartalfheim, the creation of a weapon was a sacred thing. But Odin just wanted as many blades as he could get, as fast as he could get them. With every stolen resource and mediocre blade, the dwarves lost a bit of themselves.
The dwarves survived because of you.
Ah, you're not wrong there, brother. Odin would have wiped out every last dwarf in Svartalfheim. If he couldn't use their skills, no one could.
Mimir, how many stories have you told about Odin and Thor? And all the bad things they've done? Let's see how many we can remember. Seems like Father could use his memory refreshed.
My memory of them requires no refreshment. They invaded our home.
Yeah, but I'm talking
Enough.
about history.
We will continue later.
Smell the smoke? There's another mining rig here.
You speak of your deeds with shame. Do you regret not allowing Odin to kill them?
I don't... No.
Bet we could swing across that, lift thing.
Gantry.
Gantry. It's gotta be the right spot.
Those barrels. I smell fuel. Blades would cause quite a boom.
Surprised the dwarves didn't shut these rigs off themselves.
One or two tried. The Einherjar made examples of them.
They killed the dwarves? Couldn't you have convinced them not to?
Aye. Huh. Impressive.
That should help. Yeah, that looks right. Wasn't so hard. Behind you, father! Watch your left!
It is done.
If you could call so meager a task done. A wee drop out of the Asgardian occupational bucket.
You must live with your deeds. And do not be troubled by them, brother.
Oh? And why not?
You were given an impossible problem. Do not blame yourself for failing to solve it.
I'm sure the dwarves would feel differently. This doesn't fix things.
No. But it is a start.
A reminder, brother. That Svartalfheim slag we collected could be of considerable use in the hands of Brock or Sindri.
Whoa, nice. The air smells a lot cleaner. Must be because we shut down the rig. Back to Thor and Odin stories? Where were we? Okay, there was Thalmor, the stonemason.
Aye, he quarreled with his son, went into the night to find him, found Thor instead,
And there was Thalmor's son, Hrimthur.
who built the walls of Asgard, and whispered something of importance to Freya before his betrayal and assassination.
There was Groa, of course.
The knowledge keeper and prophet of Ragnarok. Thor murdered her husband, and Odin covered it up before doing her in himself. But enough of that for now.
Yappa! Yappa! Okay, what other terrible things have Odin and Thor done? We can't forget Ymir, the first giant.
Odin carved him up to form the realms from his body, and let the torrent of his blood nearly drown every giant alive.
What about the giants of Jotunheim? They all seemed dead when we finally made it there.
That remains a mystery. Though admittedly, it sounds like the Aesir god's dream.
What about Fjorgyn? Thor's mother was a giant, wasn't she?
Indeed she was. The circumstances of her demise were murky at best, but not sure I can blame Odin for that one. He wasn't the same after.
Oh, I know. There was Skavi, the queen of the hunt.
Aye, she spurned Odin's affections, so he tricked her into killing her father.
There was Starkather the Mighty, the Jotnar military leader.
Slandered by Odin, tricked and murdered by Thor.
And there was Thrym the Cunning, the giant king who stole Thor's hammer.
Odin traded him Freyr to get it back, then sent Thor in disguise to murder his entire court. And we'll just stop there for now.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything with that yet. Ymir, what do you think it means? Seen more raiders come back as Hellwalkers lately. I thought freeing the Valkyrie Queen was supposed to restore balance to the realms and keep that from happening.
That's a good question, lad. And a troubling one. If Hell's filled up again, it suggests that something's been hindering Sigrun's efforts. Or perhaps something even more urgent is keeping her distracted and unable to visit. Even occasionally.
Yeah. Sorry, Mimir. Father, look. We can chisel through this door.
Oh, glad to see that still works.
Nice. Nice. So not all dwarves can do that thing Brock and Sindri do, right? Where they just walk between realms and turn up somewhere else?
Indeed, that's a rare skill. I gather one carefully cultivated by some secretive dwarven guild or other. Probably for the best. Them alone doing it is disconcerting enough.
Should we get back to listing all the awful deeds of the Aesir gods? Who else? Ah,
Enough.
Hrungnir.
We will continue later.
The key to that watchtower door should be on this island somewhere. More wretches on your left! Got him!
So many wretches. Where are they coming from?
Right! Left Behind you! Incoming! Behind you! Look out!
Stop coming! The ground looks weak down here, Father. That gear. Looks like it would freeze. Maybe that lift can help us get higher. Might be easier to break that ground from up there. Hey, what if we climbed over to the lift? Break through the ground from up there?
Watch your right!
Behind you! Incoming!
Right side! Watch your right!
Target down!
Behind you, brother!
Mimir, is this it? Over here?
That's the key we're looking for. Now we must head to the watchtower on the shore.
What are you not saying?
The mining rigs are not the only sin I committed in Svartalfheim.
What is it, Mimir?
That's nothing, brother. Just... You ever have those moments where you wish you could go back? Rewrite your own past, make different decisions?
Journeying through time is more trouble than it is worth.
Fair point. You're speaking metaphorically, right?
No.
Of course you're not.
I'm here for you. Well, if you change your mind...
Can you hear that?
No.
Thought I heard a voice.
Let's keep going, lad. Just put the key into that lock, brother. There. If you could give that drum a good loud strike.
What? So that's the voice I heard.
I'd hoped it would have escaped by now, but we'll need to free it from its restraints.
What is this?
A Lyngbakr. I captured it many years ago.
For Odin.
Yes. I thought it an imaginative and eye-catching way to earn his favor.
It worked?
That it did.
This creature. You enslaved it.
Aye.
But why?
Because I was young and stupid. And I didn't know what it was like to be chained in one place for years at a time, with nothing to occupy your mind but pain. Right. Chain the fins too. If you could... Easy. Easy.
That creature's hurting.
But we're going to free it.
But it will always be chained. You know that as well as I.
Now for the other fin. There may be a way to reach it behind that collapsed debris. Incoming! Above you! You're angry with me, aren't you, brother?
I remember the feeling around my neck. I would not wish it upon another.
Anything illuminating? Above you, brother!
enslaved the creature?
Its fat was a good source of oil for Odin's lanterns.
Oil. For lanterns.
Whatever anger you're feeling, whatever loathing toward me, it's nothing to what I've said to myself.
Yappa!
The fin, if you could.
I know.
Just the tail left now.
Look out! Red's neck!
Left flank!
The nest was hiding some sort of device. There's a dock down there, but it looks like it's blocked. Maybe that dock can lead us to the tail. Let's get back to the boat.
You never spoke of this creature.
Does that surprise you? That an old man would be ashamed of the mistakes he's made?
No.
More inspiring lyricism from the mind of Kvasir. I'd hoped the creature would be long expired by now. But apparently the Aesir couldn't even be bothered to mercy kill it once it was no longer useful.
We could kill it.
No. Not when we can save it. Good. We can reach the tail from this dock.
We're leaving? But we aren't done here yet.
You would still save this broken creature.
I know what it is to be imprisoned like this. I can't just leave it.
And if it is beyond saving,
I don't understand.
let us continue.
Left side, incoming! Behind you! Look out! Behind you! Watch out! Brother, that groom's found a perch on high! Tail must be chained as well. Sliding down that rope should take us where we need to go. There! You're free! What's going on? Maybe it needs a little encouragement. Can you get me closer to its eye for a face-to-face, brother?
This creature, the mining rigs, they're mistakes, Mimir. But it's Odin's fault.
That's not an excuse, little one. But thank you for saying it. You great blubbering beast! Shoo! It's not moving. Why is it not moving?
It has grown accustomed to its chains.
But... No. No, we can fix this. We just need to chase it off. Scare it! Something.
There is no making things right.
wind blowing on its face. I can feel it.
May provide some comfort.
That's not enough.
It seldom is.
Mir, what's the deal with Odin's ravens? They can just transport him anywhere?
Except for the realm between realms, thankfully.
Why?
Harder to find, thanks to dwarven enchantments and Yggdrasil's very own nature.
Lucky us. We going to Durlin's? Hope he'll be happy we fixed those rigs. This is the safety office?
Well, the sign a hair's breadth away from a head injury up there certainly gives that impression.
We're looking for Durlin?
You have an appointment?
No. Has anyone ever had an appointment here?
Here to collect on something, pal? Think parading a severed head around on your hip is gonna scare me into somehow approving Esther's accretion proposal, eh?
We are looking for a prisoner of Odin's.
He's being kept in a mine somewhere. Some friends of ours said that you could help.
Where did you get... You chop her head off with that too, eh?
She was my wife.
Dina and I wondered where she went after our little coup here failed.
Failed?
Come. Failed.
Faye is dead.
Rest of them are. One's left alive have to pay the price. I'm afraid I can't help you with your little prisoner situation.
But he could have answers on how to stop Odin. And free Svartalfheim from the Aesir.
Now, I'm not in the business of crossing the old father anymore. Wait, before you go. Take this.
What is it?
A fine. Hygiene code violation for improper transport of a rotting head. 2 demerits for speaking the All-Father's given name, and, yeah. For fucking up my desk!
A fine?
Pay it at your leisure, okay? Get out of my office.
Hey there.
So what about get out of my office? Don't you understand?
You said her name was Diener? Oh, sure. Thank you. I think. Hey, this isn't a fine.
Not now. There are enemies ahead.